Okay, good morning once again. So at this point we need to look at the homework. What did I give you for homework? Just open the... What was for homework? 1.7. Right, 1.7. Which page is that on? 1.7 is on page 14. Right. Was there any issues with regards to 1.7 on page 14? Which one? Or which sums? You had to do the first column, no? Yes. 1.7, number 7. Okay, any other numbers other than number 7? Any other sums other than number 7? Guys, do the homework? Yes. Okay. So 1.7, page 14, number 7. The question says solve the following equations for x. People, what do you notice here? The sum is already factorized. Is it equal to 0? Yes. So I can at this point apply the 0 factor rule. Which means to say I said each bracket equal to 0. So I can say x to the third minus 3 is equal to 0. Or x to the half minus 2 equals 0. Okay, so now we take the 3 over. So x to the third is equal to 3. Take the 2 over. So x to the half is equal to 2. So to get rid of the third, I raise it to its reciprocal, which is 3 over 1, which is 3. So therefore x is equal to 27. As you see, the denominator is even, so this number must be positive, which is the case. If it was not positive, I would have said not equal at that point. So I raise it to the exponent 2, so x is then equal to 4. So x is equal to 27, x equal to 4. So what was the issue?
So after that we have to apply the whole
case to it. So how did you get number 1 and number 4 then?
Because I applied the payment. I was supposed to let you know.
Oh, I see. You see the difference here? Yeah, that was x to the half and x to the half in both brackets. Okay, makes sense why you got that. But it makes it. I didn't need to say that equal the k in there. You understand? Anybody else that has any comment with regards to that? No. People, for homework, exercise 1.7, the second column, page 14. Okay. Then we spoke about surds yesterday, no? And then we spoke about the condition that needs to be met about that C value, no? Where we had A plus B. It was A plus B root C. And the condition was met that C has to be greater or equal to 0. I think here, I think that is that was the question we spoke about yesterday. Where I said that this could be positive or negative. Provided what n was. If n was even, then C has to be positive. No? But if n is odd, it could be negative. But I realized that this is in the simplest form. That is why the C has to be greater than or equal to 0 has to be met. Okay, so when I thought about it yesterday, it now makes sense that Why it has to be greater than or equal to 0? Because this is in its simplification form given here. Okay. Hi, salam boss. Right. So then you had to do exercise 1.8. Right, 1.8 you had to do the second and third column on page 16 and 17. Any issues there? Yes, Michael. Okay, any issues with number 1? No. Number 2? Okay. 2C. Yeah. Because of the fourth root of 625 is 5. But if you want to write the fourth root of 5 to the 4 and then 5 to the 4 over 4 and also correct. But yeah, we're nice people. We just want to give you marks. Yes. But we know the fourth root of 625 is 5. Well, what is the fourth root of 16? You did not using a calculator? But you know what I'm saying? I think this is a bit trickier because it's fairly simple. You must go on now force you to use a calculator if you don't need it. No? People, any issues with number 3? Yes? 2J, yes. I'm really sorry about it. Yes. 2J was the cube root of 125 over 27, which is 5 over 3. You're absolutely correct. Any other problems with number 2? Number 3? Three J, is that the question? Let's do it and we can see. Is the answer wrong in the book as well? Okay, you got it wrong. So must I do it? Okay, no problem. Which exercise is this? 1.8 on page 16. What's your question, Michael?
3J.
Yeah, 3J, but she has another question. 3E. Okay, let me first do J and then we look at 3E. Okay, is that okay? Three E. But we did 3E yesterday. Okay, no, it's fine. Alright, so let's look at this here. So 80, the biggest perfect square that goes into 80, I think is 16. Is that correct? What did you do? Well, which number did you say?
16.
The one that got it wrong. Who got it wrong? Yes. You wrote 60. Yes. Okay. No? Did I hear yes?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So 16 times 5 over 12. So it's going to be 8 minus the root of 16 times the root of 5 over 12. So it's 8 minus the root of 16 is 4 root 5 over 12. So is there a common factor? Yes, of 4. Then I'm left with 2 minus root 5 over 12. So 4 going to 4 once, 4 going to 12 3 times. So according to this, the answer is 2 minus root 5 over 3. Is that correct? Right. Where did you go wrong?
Sir,
Yes?
I was looking wrong.
You wrote down the sum wrong.
Yes, no, I know the step wrong.
Or you understand where you went wrong?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other issues? None. Okay. So for homework, you guys can do the last column of 1.8. Number 1 to 3. Now we're looking at operations involving surds. Operations involving surds. And we're on page 17. Operations involving surds. Okay. The question says simplify the following expressions. Simplify the following expressions. So in number 1, what do you think P plus P is? You all agree with that? No confusion. Nobody's saying P squared, no? Okay. There's 2P, correct. So if P is replaced by root 3, what would root 3 plus root 3 then be? 2 root 3. You all agree with that? So what is 2a plus 4a? Sure. You're right. So if a is replaced by root 5, 4 root 5 plus 2 root 5. 6 root 5. You see the same rule apply. It's like collecting like terms. Not so? So what is root 2 plus root 3? As is why? It would be as if it's unlike term. In this case, unlike roots. Alright, verstaan julle? Airway, what's it? You understand airway? Huh? But these sums is still these sums are still the basics. But they can't really give us something difficult that we can't do, not so? Yes. Let's look at the next set of examples. This spice up our lives a bit, okay? Not by much. It's on page 17. Write those sums down quickly. Simplify the following, giving your answer in the simplest third form. Go for it. Look here. Simplify the following, giving your answer in the simplest third form. Okay, try number 1 quickly. One count and you can do. Alright, so 2 root 3 minus root 2 plus 3 root 3 plus 5 root 2. We're going to correct the like terms. Those two are like, whilst those two they are like. So what's 2 root 3 plus 3 root 3? 5 root 3. Negative root 2 plus 5 root 2. Any confusion there? You all got that, no? Let's look at number 2. Square root 50. So 50 can be written as square root of 25 times 2. Minus 3 root. You all agree with that? Okay. The root of 25 times root of 2 minus 3 root 2 can be written as 5 root 2, 3 root 2. Are they like? Yes? 5 root 2 minus 3 root 2 is 2. Any confusion, people? Not yet. So let's look at number 3 and 4. So I'm going to pause the video a bit. Okay. So number 2. Which perfect square goes into 12? The largest perfect square goes into 12? 4 times 3. 75. 25 times 3 plus 9 times. So that can be written as 2 root 4 times root 3 minus root 25 times root 3 plus the root of 9 times. That's all? The square root of 4 times 2. So it's 4 root 3. Square root of 25. 5 root 3 plus 3 root 3. They all like terms? So 4 root 3 minus 5 root 3 is negative root 3 plus root 3, 2 root 3. Any confusion? No? Number 4. So that would be root 2 outside. We sort that inside the brackets first. 50 can be written as the root of 25 times 2 minus 3 root 4 times. You all agree with that? Okay. So it's going to be root 2 into root of 25 times root of 2 minus 3 root 4 times root 2. It's going to be square root of 2 into, what's the square root of 25? 5 root 2 minus 3 The root of 4 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. Root 2. So what is 5 root 2 minus 6 root 2? Times negative root 2. So there's no number in front of the root 2, so it's a 1 there. And there's no sign, so it's positive 1. So positive times negative. Root 2 times root 2 is 2. Or root 4, which is 2. People, any confusion there? You all understand? Okay. So let's do example 5 and 6. It's on page 17, eh? 18. 18. I was writing 17 on the previous. Page 17. Example 5 and 6, page 17. It's okay. Pause again. Okay, I take it you guys are done at this point? Yes? Okay. So look at number 5. What do you notice here in number 5? The conjugate pair. Not so, or the what you call difference of two squares, no? The result will be the difference of two squares. So we can just multiply the first and the last. So what's 2 times 2? Nice, yes. Negative root 3 times positive root 3. Negative 3. And 4 minus 3? You will agree with that. For those of you who went over the full story, you would have gotten 4 plus 2 root 3 minus 2 root 3 minus root 9, which is root 3, which is minus 3, sorry. And then you get 1 anyway. People, the next one, it's a binomial square. You guys remember the rule of a binomial square? Yes, let's hear. Square the first term, what do we get? 4. First term times the second term times 2. Which is negative 4 square root 3. Negative root 3 all squared will be positive 3. Or the positive root 9. Now we look again for like terms. 3 plus 4 is 7 minus 4 root 3. You all agree with that? Otherwise, for those of you who write it out twice, it's going to be 2 minus root 3 times 2 minus root 3, which is 2 times 2 is 4. 2 multiplied by negative root 3 is negative 2 root 3. Negative root 3 times 2 is negative 2 root 3. Negative 3, root 3 times negative root 3 is positive 3. And then we add like terms again. Are you all okay with that? Right. And the last one, number 7 of this examples. Is going to be 2 root 3 squared. So 2 root 3 squared, what is 2 squared? 4. Root 3 squared, 3. Or root 9, which is 3 anyway. Which is equal to? That, I could have said 2 root 3 squared can be written as 2 root 3 times 2 root 3. 2 times 2 is 4. Root 3 times root 3 is root 9, which is 4 times 3, which is 12 anyway. Alright, you guys understand? Any confusion here? None. Okay. So we got about 20 minutes left. So we're going to now do exercise 1.9, the odd numbers. Okay. I don't think we'll be able to finish all of them in this lesson, but we'll probably come close. Okay. So we're going to do exercise 1.9, page 18. If you have any problems, you come to me now. Problems with the maths now, no? Not life problems. Go, you know, we got the, what do you call that? The shrink, no? A psychologist, counselor. Okay, we got the counselor. I know you guys are encouraged to talk about your feelings and all these things. You talk to me about your feelings, I'm going to cry with you. Okay, simplify the following without using a calculator and show all your steps. You must write down the answer in simple Surd form. You may use a calculator to check your answers. Okay. You know, if you type this in the calculator, it will give you your answer you should be getting. No? But you shouldn't be using a calculator to get it. You must show all your working out, in other words. Okay. Yes?
For example, say in the exam you get the square root of 8 plus the square root of 18.
Square root of 8 plus the square root of 18, yes?
Yes. And you don't still show that you don't still show like the square root of 4 times 2 plus.
Yeah, I know what you're going to ask. Yeah.
Straight go.
I know what you're saying.
Would you get the mark?
Yeah. If you're gonna go straight in the final answer, you're not gonna get the mark. So what you need to say, you got the square root of 8 minus the square root of 50, since it's on the board here. So for number 3, for this step here, you'd have to show under the root is going to be 4 times 2 plus the root of 9 times 2 minus 25 times 2. You must show either that step or the next step, which is root 4 times root 2. One of the two steps must be shown. If you're not going to show one of those two steps, you're going to lose the mark. Then we assume you're using a calculator. Yeah. But what I notice is they change the question a bit now, and they say show that the answer is that. So they give you the root answer. So you must end off with that. So you must show your intermediate steps. So rather play it safe and show all your steps. I'll pause it a bit. Okay, guys done with the first 5? Yes? Okay. Okay, so the first one. This can be written as the root of 4 times 3 plus square root of 9 times 3. What's the square root of 4? 2. 2 root 3 plus 3 root 3, which is 5 root 3. Will you agree with that? Let's look at the next one. Root 8 can be written as root 2, 4 times root 2 plus 18 is root 9 times 2 plus the root of 25 times 2, which will simply give you 2 root 2 plus 3 root 2 plus 5 root 2, which is 10 root 2. Is that correct? Am I right? Or minus? Okay, so I made a mistake there. It's supposed to have been minus. I didn't leave enough space. Okay, but my mistake is that I have a plus instead of a minus. So it's going to be 2 root 2 plus 3 root 2 minus 5 root 2. Is it a cancel? Gives you 0.
Good morning. May I have your attention, please? The following learners, can you please come to the office for a collection? Nolotandu Moses, Naledi Gwanka, Ungezwa Ndanda, Zona Yominyanga, Kotha Jacobs, Sibakle Ndigani, Shiloh Narajumana, and Morgan Dalport. Those learners, can you please come to the office for a collection? Then I have a pair of spectacles in lost property. If you are looking for your spectacles, please come and collect them at the office. Those learners who ordered textbooks and paid for it and sports clothing, please go to the book room during break time. Thank you.
Okay. You guys understand? Was there any type of sum from the example that you had a problem with? No. Okay, so on Monday I will complete this row, but I want you guys to complete the whole exercise 1.9 for Monday. Is that okay? Okay. We will enjoy the weekend and the rest of the day. Is it too much work? Are you going to do it all tonight? Why? Oh, happy birthday. But humans don't celebrate birthdays, miss.